Well, welcome back folks. I'm on the micro orchard this morning. We've got a dry day for once, or at least it is for now, and one of the jobs I want to get done today is prune these autumn raspberries. I'm not going to do a lengthy video on it because there's other people have done it, so I'll only replicate what they've done. But just to say, we're going to prune them just above, about an inch or two above the surface of the ground there. And can you see the new shoots there, look, ready to push through? So we want to be obviously just above those, make sure you don't damage them really. So I'll just show this one, and then so I'm just going an inch or two above. That's it. That's all you need to do. So I'll get on and do the others and I'll bring you back. Right, well that's that done. I've not got that many really, about, I don't know, 2/3 of a row there and a row there. Now, this thornless blackberry, not a lot really to be done with. It's only a young plant. Planted this last year. You can see I need to do a bit of weeding in there, but just kind of there and there there's some old wood. So all I'm going to do is just take that out. Again, just going down to the base. That one's a new shoot, these are new shoots. So we'll put in some kind of trellis or something this year to support it. And then maybe, hopefully those canes will continue to grow. And then perhaps we'll get some fruit off it next year. Next on the list, we've got some grapevines here. Now these were sent to me by Patrick Meehan. I've got some scattered around all over the place, to be honest. So normally the grapevine that I had in my greenhouse, I spur prune it, but I think with this I'm going to try some cane pruning. I think these are a mixture of Concord and Gamay grape, so I don't know which is which, so it's all a bit of an experiment at the moment. So I'll bring you back in a minute when I've looked at them and figured out what I'm going to do. Alright. Well, all I've really done is, they're only young plants as well, so as I said, I've never done this sort of cane pruning before, but I suppose what I've been trying to do is anything low on the floor that won't reach the wire, I've just pruned that back to about 3 or 4 buds. And then hopefully as they develop the root system, it'll throw out some more vigorous shoots which can then tie into that wire. So that's just the general thing I've done there. Right, let's go and have a look what else we need to do. I'll bring you back. So really, it's just a case of going up and down the trees on this on my micro orchard and figuring out really what wants pruning and what sort of scion wood I need to gather as I'm doing that. Now this, I think this is an M9 rootstock, and I think it was a variety called Norfolk Queen. I've about 3 or 4 of them, so I don't really need that many. I'll just keep one. So what I was trying to do last year, but I got late and it was rushed, was trying to put in some cleft grafts. I don't know if you can see the old tape there, none of them took, but it has sent out 3 vigorous shoots which I can graft into this year. So the only thing with that one is just cut those back. Just show you what I'm going to do. Just take that one out. And really just cut those back. In fact, to be honest with you, I don't really need to do that. I could just leave them where they are, just take that tape off. But it's more that I can graft into these, so I'll be doing that end of March, mid-April, somewhere around there. I'll do a video on it. There's 3 nice growths there. So moving on. So with this one, I think these are, it's like M9 or M26. It's a case of sort of, so this branch here, for example, is coming over too far. And probably that branch coming over there as well. Take that back. Some fruit buds here. If I can bring this camera in closer. Okay, so we've got some fruit buds around here. So I could probably just take it back there. And then we've got a nice vertical branch here. That's fine. Anything that's pointing downwards, so that kind of thing, take that back to a bud. Again, this one here, I'll just show you what I'm doing. So we've got a little side shoot, there's a bud there. Just going to take it above that. Right, I'll come back when I've done the thing anyhow, and we'll have another look at it then. Alright. Okay, so I've just opened it out a little bit, removed some of the growth that was pointing in towards the middle, and most of the little branches that were sort of pointing downwards. As I said, it's only on an M9, so I'm gradually going to replace these with larger trays on M106. So until I get to that point, you know, I'm not going to remove too much, because obviously I'll be stand to lose a lot of fruit that I can't afford at this moment in time. Also, that's some of the wood that I've removed there. So this time of year is now good for taking grafting wood. So you want the previous year's growth, or you can use 2-year-old or even 3-year-old. You could do, but ideally you want, so this is probably 2 or 3-year-old wood. You can see the fruit buds on there, so you could use that, but ideally, let's have a look. Not a particularly good example really, but so that where it stopped growing last year, and then the terminal bud, if you like, apical bud, and so when it broke out last spring, so that's 1 year's growth. So that would be, and again it's not very thick, so it's not, I've got stuff that's much better than this, but you could use that. You just have to make sure that what you were grafting onto was the same diameter, or you'd have to do a cleft graft. Anyway, I'll get on and do some of the others, and I'll bring you back in a bit. Now this tree is a variety Ellison's Orange, which at the end of the day I'm not particularly fond of it. So last year, If you can see that down there, putting a bud graft. So what I'm doing is gradually reducing the canopy so that the tree will put energy into that shoot there, and then eventually, perhaps next year, everything above that shoot, I'll cut that off, so all the roots energy is going to go into that, and then that'll be our new tree. So what I'm going to do now is make some big cuts and take off about another third or so of those branches. So I'll bring you back. So I've taken off about 3 or 4 quite big branches, and then I've just spotted on here we've got some canker. So what we need to do is cut above that, probably take it back, cut here somewhere, and just remove everything. So if you see that on your tree, you want everything distal that way from the cankerous area. Eventually will die because it encircles the whole, so it ringbacks it effectively. So let's just take that off as well, bring you back. Okay, so I cut it fair way back from the site of the canker. And if I step back now, I say taking quite a bit of wood off that tree, and so probably next year, as I said, we'll be able to take it way back and hopefully just go an inch or 2 above that new, if that grows more this year, which I'm hoping, and then we can cut the whole tree off. I can log that up actually, can't I, for some firewood. Right, let's get on and do a bit more.